Hello, fringers. The following podcast may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, fringers! Howdy, rebels and nerf herders. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7 of Neon Trails and IDENTECO Actual Play. I am your game runner, the Caleb G. Please be advised that Neon Trails contains mature themes and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Existence discretion is advised. It's a tough time for all of us in the States right now. We don't have answers. The country's on fire. The country's frozen solid. Who the hell knows what's going on in 5 minutes, let alone tomorrow morning. But hey, we're here. We're together. We have to take some joy and comfort in that. So let's say hello to our cast, who knows that rebellions are built on hope. First off, there isn't much time. Every day they grow stronger. It's Mallo playing Sam.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Perception determines your reality. Next up, those were a lot of explosions for people blending in. It's Wild playing B.
I did not need that call out right now, but you know, I don't know, just pretend you didn't hear the explosions. Hi guys.
I mean, there's sometimes when you just say, I don't know anything, I don't see anything, nothing happened, and you move on.
Nothing in my hands and nothing in my pants. Goodbye.
What was the thing? What was the thing from Colonel Clink back in the day? I see nothing. I see nothing.
Or better yet, it must have been the wind.
Right.
In the wind. Oh, he is standing by as you requested, but there's a problem on the horizon. It's Pete playing dog.
Oh, what's up, wieners and wings? It's time to do this thing.
Oh! Coffee house snap. Next up, she is programmed for strategy. It's Lauren playing Drall.
Strategy. Grenade.
Grenade is a strategy.
Grenade is a valid strategy. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I am. What's up, guys? Snack with me.
And you are being rescued. Please do not resist. It is Ethan playing Mox.
I still just love that was Alan Tudyk. No reason for it to be him. Could have been almost anyone, but Alan Tudyk is amazing.
He really is. Now for some housekeeping. IDENTECO is live every other Tuesday on twitch.tv/IDENTECO with episodes of Neon Trails at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to catch up on previous shows, episode archives, and other content is available over at youtube.com/IDENTECO. Please like, subscribe, and leave us some comments. Follow us on the socials. Look for us at IDENTECO or at Humanoid Games on whatever social media platform you are using. Visit playidenteco.com where you can read the basic rules for free, find the newest module, The Dark and the Divine, pick up books, stickers, and other merch to support the show. If you are live with us on Twitch right now, hi, hello, we love you. Be sure to spend those channel points to give us some rolls. We'll get to rolling soon, I promise. There's going to be some more talky talk, but then we'll do not that. Please don't forget to check out our show sponsors, More Eggs Dice, for your super slick resin dice needs, and check out show sponsor Rainbow Dragon Prints for your 3D printing goodies, including fancy dice accessories. Mallo, anything else to share tonight?
Search us on Bonfire, which is a t-shirt and a merchandising company, where you have our latest t-shirts and everything like that there for you. There will be some new ones coming soon, just in time for Emerald City Comic Con.
What?
Yeah. Go check that out.
And with all that out of the way, let's start the show.
Look alive, fringers. It's 2099 and we are live and loud in the underground. From the streets to the scar. Keep your chip hidden, your gun loaded, and never trade your soul for souls. Turn it up and let them know Big Brother is watching. Time to put on a show.
Last time on Neon Trails. The crew sat down with the holographic Mercury to figure out what had happened. Mercury explained how he foolishly rushed out to help them and was attacked by one of his longtime foes, Winston Steele, who had received support from an unknown source. The crew supplied details gained from Dog's friend that the source was someone from urban warfare. Mercury wondered if she could be behind this, which started them down the trail of Mercury's history. He told the crew that his family used to live in the Santa Fe Plex. After taking a risky job near the Scar to hopefully move up the corporate ladder and eliminate their oppressive debt, they were killed when the job was sabotaged. Mercury barely survived and found help with those that would eventually become his dust jockeys. He later learned that his sister had been the saboteur in exchange for an elite corporate job and a lavish lifestyle. Since then, he'd been using the Deejays to support those living outside corporate influence while also gearing up to take on the corpse when necessary. The crew concluded that his sister was in fact the most likely culprit to be supporting Steele. He also introduced the crew to Estrella del Norte, a living legend who fights the corpse all over the country. He traded a big favor for her help with the cyber cult and kaiju rover, which she had just called in. She informed the crew that they now worked for her and was being tasked with stopping Winston Steele's bid for power by uniting various wasteland gangs. The crew stood up for themselves and demanded to be treated as equals, fully informed with all events and collaborating on the best approach. Estrella apologized and agreed, with both her and Mercury confirming full protection and support of both the crew and Solace. Mercury unlocked the comms lockdown, and Drall got several dozen messages from PB checking in on her. The crew then visited a workshop to finish building Sam's Rove. And that is where we're going to pick up. The crew is still in the workshop. It's probably been, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours that y'all have been down here working. I feel like the floor is littered with empty bottles of various types, random food, that the drone butler had to call in some of his friends. So there's just been a fleet of little roto drones with the little butler half body hanging underneath it, buzzing around, bringing you stuff all day long. I think at one point Umbra was probably chasing them and swatting at them, and that became a whole thing and distracted you from the build for a minute. Umbra would also routinely just leave and come back with random ass items. Like one time she came back with someone's glasses, another time like dragging a tire, another time part of a tree.
Give me my fucking eye back!
Yeah,
I took it out to clean it!
Why
Get your ass back here!
eye out?
B,
Yes.
will you talk to Umbra? I need my eye.
but you're still getting the feed to the Watcher, so you're like,
It's really disorienting.
Hold on here. How did Umbra get your eye in the first place? Did you take it out and sit it down? Did you throw it for fetch?
Dolph said that I just couldn't take it out. Didn't think I could take it out. I said, of course I could. I pulled it out, throwed him, how I could use it to spy on things. And then next thing I know, it feels I feel like I'm running at a foot off of ground level.
All right. Umbra, come here. Grabs the eye.
Jesus, not so close to your face.
instant zoom in.
Mops.
What? I'm right here.
Don't take bets from Dog. This is your lesson. Here you go.
Fair enough. Thank you.
You had this really weird, intense stereo double vision of B's face and also standing in the room with B. It was really strange. So yeah, that's been going on for a while. As we discussed last time, the actual process of building the ROV is all holographic. So think very Iron Man. So you've got a big old display, fully manipulate, zoom in, zoom out, You can like just pull out modules and chunks and rewire things and swap things in and out. Look at different color palettes, look at different gear, look at different tech. Sam, you have been, there's like almost like a trial module, so to speak, you can jack in, just like you're jacking in to a rover. And you're just manipulating the holographic demo, right? So you can kind of test how it interacts with your body. So you've been jacking in and out of that. You've been building different things, trying different things. Yes, I know what I said. Trying to move
Back
past
to the
it.
gills in here.
Trying to move
deep in
past it, and then I looked at the screen, and I shouldn't have. I think maybe at some point, like you maybe fabricated like a partial build or something just to try it out to see what it looks like, and maybe scrap something and send it back. Like I said, 4, 5, 6 hours working on this thing. But we finally get to a point where you're satisfied with the design. You hit print, you hit send, and remember, this is like one of those big, long, so long you can't see the end of it type of hallways in the depths of the facility. You can see closer to you, and of course you can walk down the whole thing if you want. It would just take forever. You can see like the assembly line and the drones, drone arms and robot arms that all whir to life as you are activating and working on this thing. So you kind of see everything click into place and start functioning. You hear the whir up of the machines, the grind of the machines. Sparks, flares, things are welded and fused and brought together. And this is all happening like simultaneously, like the body is being put together while the limbs are being assembled, and the control modules and decks and the wiring and the boards and the servos, so much more efficiently and faster than you could ever build it yourself on your own work table. But we get to a point where it is finished, and it is coming through like the final run of the paint and the sealant and the outside finishing touches, and Sam's new rover drops into place hot off the press. Mallo, can you tell us what we are looking at?
Well, before we do that, B and Sam will actually do the rest of the fabrication.
Okay.
Because there was no point in putting all of this in. There were no plans for this ever in any of the things that we did. So we're going to do a few modifications based on the feedback that you all gave us in the Discord. Thank you very much.
Hey-o.
Hey. So if you don't like this, it's your fault, chat.
Deal with it.
And so after probably about another hour and a half or so, B and Sam sort of take a step back, and they've got that kind of classic, very sweaty kind of look, and they're like cleaning paint and stuff off with, like grease rags and stuff.
Goggles up on your forehead, wipe the sweat off, the grease stain across your cheek.
And as they kind of take a step back, you see a 7.5 foot tall, very lanky built Rav with long arms and legs. It's got tanned desert camo, so it kind of almost looks like a camouflaged skeleton in some ways. The bottom of its feet are slightly webbed, kind of like a frog rover. So it can actually traverse the sand dunes and the desert more easily.
Nice.
It has a sort of like tan. We kind of looked around and found the best we could, so it was like a tan canvas shawl almost. So kind of think a little bit of that sort of piece that's hanging off of its shoulders. And it's got sort of a makeshift crown, not the one that kind of goes around like this, but more that kind of goes out like this around it, made of sharp metal bits and things and bobs that we could find. So it makes kind of a weird halo around the outside of its head. It's got a shotgun welded onto its arm, and we decided to paint a small owl face on the top of the shotgun. And so it carries, we also made a few other modifications to its GPS and radar sensors and things like that, which made us basically have to put radar points on every part of its limbs and everything like that as well. So it's very tall and very lanky and things like that. And so as it gets done, we throw this red sort of cloak burlap kind of thing over top of it and tie it off with a brown rope. So it kind of almost looks like it's a robe over top of it as we kind of wheel it through the rest of the warehouse and things like that.
Awesome. That's great. So it has been a long day with everything that happened and all of that learning and exposition that happened. And now you get to, you got to do all this crafting and building. And I don't think any of you have ever been in a facility like this when it comes to having a workshop and a lab and technology. So that adrenaline excitement really hit you all of being able to work on this and collaborate and do this kind of thing. And when everything is finally done and all the finishing touches are complete, I think that wave of exhaustion really hits you. And it is it's Betty Bye time. So you can find some accommodations here within the facility and more food, actual like endless shower with really hot, great water pressure kind of thing. Maybe one of those things that you don't really like you dream about in Solace or you remember from the Plexes. Of course, the longer you run the shower, it's like just a running total of how expensive that specific shower is when you're in the Plex. Like there's a touchscreen and a view screen in the shower because of course media content is everywhere, but always running along like the ticker tape on the bottom of your screen is how many minutes you've been in the shower, how many seconds you've been in the shower, and how much resources you've spent to use the water and heat the water, and how much this is adding to your just ongoing corporate debt. So, that's really frustrating. You can't enjoy yourself in a shower. You can't take care of what you need to. If you got to do like one of those long everything showers, it's really frustrating. These showers are great. Bathtubs, if you want to take a big hot tub kind of bath, anything you want. So this is luxury for all of you.
Three shells.
There's 6 shells in here. There's as many shells as you need. You can relax, enjoy a little bit of luxurious treatment, get a great night's sleep, and the next morning, you all...
Can I add one tiny
please.
detail?
Anything you want.
For the last 30 minutes that we were doing the final work on the Rav, Mox, being so just in the moment, had been puffing on a spent cigarette butt for easily the last 30 minutes. There was no tobacco left, just going.
Yeah.
That's all.
So the next morning, you all gather again in Mercury's office. The hologram Mercury is there. He is standing next to the conference table, workspace area where you all sat around the day before. And he's kind of got his hands on his hips, and he's looking at a big map that is displayed on the holo display. Estrella is sitting next to him, munching on a plate of food. There's French toast, there's bacon, there's sausage, there's what might be some crepes or maybe a small omelet. And there's a whole rolling cart that has been brought in, just a huge breakfast buffet. Chafing dishes, crafts of coffee and juice. There's some granola, there's some yogurt, there's some oatmeal, there's some grits. Just anything you want. And as you all walk in, at various points. I don't think you walk in as a group, but as you filter your way in, Mercury looks up from what he is doing. Hey everybody. Hey, good morning. Good morning. I hope the night treated you well. Hope y'all are okay. I took a look at some of that design work you kids did last night on that new rover. That is some good stuff. Wow. I didn't expect half of that, but I guess I should have, knowing you. Did you have fun with that? Was it good?
It will
yes.
suffice. It will suffice.
It looks like cake. Mock starts to respond while still already like eating sausage and bacon, just like no decorum here.
Estrella swallows a little bit, clears her throat. Well, we'll probably be able to test it here pretty soon. I don't think we're jumping right into the action, but it's probably on the horizon. I just wanted to reiterate, kind of recap from yesterday. I am sorry. I've got my own team that has our own ebb and flow with style of communication, and there's a lot of people that we hire to do things as deniable assets and just crews that work for us, and that's very much transactional. But this should not be that type of partnership. So again, I'm sorry. You all did some great work. You've got a lot of talent, and I think we can do a lot going forward, both for this part of the country, for the whole country, whatever this ends up being. I want to be able to work together as well as we can. So I hope we can just, focus and make a great plan together and find the best solution for what's going on. Like we talked about yesterday, and she kind of motions over to you, B, since you took the lead on a lot of this. Full transparency, full communication, full information. So, here's what we're working on. Like I said, there's a lot of small-time groups and gangs and independent operators that are really posing a threat to the everyday folks that live out here, outside of the corporate influence and control. And some of them have those, lofty ideals. Oh, we're trying to help the population, but it's all just selfish. It's all just selfish control and trying to take resources and hoard them for themselves. Very, very corporate-leaning tendencies. And a lot of these people are just causing trouble. Think of the marauders. Think of the raiders. They're just going from settlement to settlement, town to town, taking what they need, regearing, restocking, moving on. But a lot of them are also, running their own transport rings, smuggling rings. These people are well armed, well focused on what they are doing. Some of them move in and out of the plexes, doing different transport jobs, extractions, infiltrations. Some of them are very dangerous. Some of them are pretty small time, but Mercury here has been able to, exert some influence, keep a lot of them in check. Not many people have territory like the dust jockeys have territory. And Mercury's hologram kind of, puts his thumb in his suspenders. Yep. Perks up a little bit. She throws a croissant through the hologram, because forgetting for a second he's not actually there. But a lot of these people are starting to gang up and gather together. When we saw Steele and his crew hit Mercury's truck the other day, he would not have had the balls to do that a couple months ago. Getting that support from UW, banding together with these other gangs, they're trying to make a power play. And end of the day, that's no different than the corpse and the plexes making a play and taking over. And that's something I've been fighting against for years, and most people out here are just trying to stay alive, so that's what we're trying to stop. That's the end goal here. what we want life to go back to like it was, you know, outside of corporate control, outside of the plexes. We're thriving out here, and the plexes are suppressing that knowledge. We are trying to demonstrate and prove that is good. We don't need these types of assholes coming in, wrecking shit, ruining what we're trying to do. And, you know, on the back end, when we have to, you know, take it to the corporate assholes, we'll take it to the corporate assholes. But that's a different fight for a different time. What we are focusing on is stopping what Steele and his other cronies are doing. So, and she flicks and she pulls up a little map. Here's some of the stuff we're working on right now. And you can see a couple things on the map that show you what's going on. You can see that the Dust Jockey territory has been highlighted kind of in that big pocket between the Las Vegas Plex and the Salt Lake City Plex and the Denver Plex, and Solace is there a little bit south of that. So over here, we've got Winston Steele, and like a little bio file pops up, like a little dossier of him. Remember, he is this like big mustachioed snively whiplash kind of guy, big bravado, bare-chested, twirly mustache, bowler hat tipped over on the side kind of guy. And you see a whole bunch of information play out, being displayed on the screen. He typically is like running convoys. He favors like big monster trucks that are super duper armored. He tends to move around a lot, doesn't have a lot of territory, but he's always running missions. You know, he's running stuff between a bunch of the plexes. You can see that his typical routes, his areas of influence tend to be like over towards the west, running missions between Vegas and Salt Lake, Silicon City, Angel City, Phoenix. You know, he's all over the place. He doesn't really have a main base of operations. So Estrella says, yeah, that's Winston Steele, that asshole. He's heading up this whole thing. He was the one that hit Mercury the other day. I'm not clear on all the information. He may have actually physically been there, the one taking out the truck. I don't know. And Mercury's like, yeah, I don't know either. I got knocked the hell out. Who knows? So this is our main guy. This is, you know, he's the ringmaster here. And there's a lot of other small-time operators that we can work on here, but there's two other partners that this guy has, and they've got some other territory and some other space here. Another dossier pops up. You may or may not know this name, she says, but this is Kaiser Imadeo. He is, for lack of a better term, a sky pirate. And you see a guy standing there very like Antonio Banderas, right? Very suave, very sleek.
Holy shit.
Very handsome. Very thin mustache, you know, very sharp jaw, wearing very much a pirate costume, like very much old school, like mixed between Pirates of the Caribbean, like old Errol Flynn kind of gear. Think a little bit Don Crenage from DuckTales and Tailspin, right? A little bit of that flair and flavor. Kaiser, she says, tends to run the same kind of mission, same kind of work, but he's always flying, he's always in the air. Rumor is, and he probably started it himself, he hasn't touched land in 10 years. I don't know. I think that's bullshit. But he's got flying weapons platforms. His crews all tend to operate on jetpacks and VTOLs, his rover teams are all aerial based. A lot of his crew have those like external light mech suits, and they've got little jump jets on them and stuff like that. She kind of points to the map. He tends to operate on the other side of Mercury's territory, as you can see from the map, and some routes are highlighted. He's more towards the Scar. He's more east, and you see that his typical area of operation, the routes he's usually running, he tends to move like Denver, Salt Lake, Jefferson City, Santa Fe, Phoenix. He's even been known to make some runs down into the Republic of Texas, which is super dangerous. So yeah, he's more of like a weapons dealer, weapons runner, moving some different illicit substances. But he'll do other missions too. But yeah, these are our two main guys. Then there's, and she sighs a little bit. Then there's Grave Fortis, and Mercury immediately like stands up and walks away from the table and is like stomping around the room. God, I hate this motherfucker, this piece of fucking shit. Yo, calm down. She's like yelling at him. I'm trying to give these kids some information. Relax. Yeah, but he's doing that like running around the room, like just being like comically, cartoonishly angry about this guy. Estrella sighs. Yeah, they've got personal beef. I don't know what's going on. It's like superhero nemesis syndrome. I don't know. Anyway, so this guy, he considers himself, I can't believe I'm saying this, he's a fucking cartoon. He calls himself the Lord of the Undead. He's just a crazy motherfucker, right? And this picture pops up, and it's this like very Jack Skellington, skeleton thin kind of guy. But as you look at the picture, like he is like augmented with cyber to the gills. And what you can actually see is that like he has put a lot of the cyber structure on the outside of his body along the lines of his skeletal structure, like making that external exoskeleton kind of thing. And of course it's like all painted midnight black and that kind of stuff. And he's got like that big death head kind of paint on his face. And yeah, he says, Estrella, I don't know what he does other than like come in right at the end of a fight and pick off a bunch of people that are half dead and take all their shit and claim he won. He's just an asshole. He's just an asshole. And Mercury's
he's
like,
those guys in PUBG. I used to play against those kind of guys. Big pussies. Big pussies.
Mercury it like comes immediately back to the table. Exactly. Like, and he like slams his fist on the table, which of course doesn't make any noise because he's a hologram. But like you can imagine him just like coming back. Exactly. He comes in, he picks off the little guy. He's such a piece of shit. He's going out here telling these people that he's got like 1,000 kills. All he does is pick off the people that are already half dead and claims he finished them. The other people did the work, and then he takes all their shit. I hate this motherfucker. And he is just like off again on this tangent. And
as that rant by Mercury is happening, Mox is just like scooched next to Dog and gone, babe, did you see the sky pirate guy?
Yeah, pretty stylish, huh?
I mean, we don't have to kill him, do we? I mean, we can just like convince him that to see the error of the wave, not interfere with, and then maybe a party afterwards.
I mean, we could just take him. We could ask to speak with him in private.
I mean, I never got the opportunity to join the Mile High Club. I mean, never really had the option. Now, maybe Sky Pirates.
It's a good point. Does he go up to a mile?
mean, I don't really know, but you know how I've been reading all of the, like, those romantasy books that have, like, the pirates and all that. I mean, come on.
That's fair. That's fair. I bet he.
Just think, I'm just saying, like, maybe we can make this for all of our benefits. That's all. Yeah, just a thought.
I'll wear my good kimono belt.
Attaboy.
What if he's a dick, though, guys? As Drall walks up.
They usually are. I mean, I'm not looking for a long-term relationship with him.
Easier
I
to
got
drop.
that.
Okay. Oh, I mean, good.
I mean, this is me and him.
Yeah?
I'm sorry. Ain't no room. Just a thing.
Okay. Gotcha. Clear. Understood. Thanks for clarifying.
At
About
least for me.
all this and gestures.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You know?
Yeah. Estrella kind of sits back in her chair, takes a long drink from a mug of coffee. It's like a very, very rich, creamy coffee. Probably a lot of cream and sugar, good flavoring in there. Nice warm brown color. There's a lot going on. And these are just the main three, right? These are just the main three. As you can see, they're kind of surrounding what Mercury's been building here. One of the things on the map was that Fortis's territory tends to be a little bit more towards the south, right along the Republic of Texas border, kind of between Phoenix and Santa Fe, which all of you remember is also where that detention black site was, in that same general area. One of the details on the dossier is that, again, he doesn't have like a base of operations, a main territory like the dust jockeys do, but that's just where he tends to operate. That's where most of his strikes and operations are, that kind of thing. He is not like Kaiser and Steele, like running jobs and missions. He's just kind of terrorizing that part of the country and taking what he wants. So slightly different approach. But yeah, Estrella says, yeah. And of course, there's a bunch of other guys, a bunch of other gangs that are out here that like have a little bit of influence, but they're like, 10 guys, 12 guys. But, they've fallen in with these as the big three, and they get thrown some crumbs from the table. They've got a little seat in the decision-making process, but it's mostly these three trying to gain power, gain resources, figure out some leverage to take out Mercury and the Deejays. None of them alone could stand up to the Deejays. None of them alone could, sneeze at any of the corps if they went into a corp war. So they're never going to do that. But if they gang up, if they team up, they could pose a significant threat to the Deejays. They can pose a threat to Solace. They pose a huge imminent danger to everyone living in this part of the country. That's what I want to stop. My team is me and my 4 riders. Like I said, we hire a lot of people to do a lot of work, but we don't sit down to make decisions. We just kind of do stuff. We're putting out fires. We're reactionary. I want to be a little more proactive here. And that's what I'm hoping we can figure out as a group what to do. So there's all the cards on the table, all the threat, what we're working on. I don't have a plan. I've got people that work for me. We've got weapons. We've got people we can hire. The DJs hired the DJs. But what are we going to do, right? So I guess this is... I don't know. How do you all make plans? What do you want to do? You want to talk about it? You want to throw a dart at the wall, spin in a circle, pick a piece of paper off the table? Like, what do we do?
Well, I did have one question about just the general, are we going to be tackling one of the three? All three? All three simultaneously? One at a time? Is it like Mega Man where we pick one of the bosses to take down first and get a buff afterwards and, strategically take down one first? Or what? What? How?
Okay.
Great question. I don't know.
It's coming from all directions, right?
I mean, yeah, look at this map. We're surrounded right
Yeah,
now.
110%. Like, just a creamy little insight here. Just very susceptible.
She's pointing at the map in the dust jockey territory. Like, we're here. Here's the "you are here" on the map. They're everywhere. Like, they're not gonna hurt us. Like, we could just stay here and do nothing, But
they are hurting innocent people out there.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, that's the point. That is the point.
Look, this is entirely a stupid reason to have an opinion, but I have one anyway. Anyone who calls themselves the Lord of the Undead deserve to get fucked up a little bit. I'm just saying,
That
maybe.
piece of shit should be fucked 10 ways till Sunday.
Yeah.
Mercury is
I think Shreddy
just
has an
screaming in
opinion.
the corner again. Look, I just hate this motherfucker, okay? He's a piece of work.
I feel you. I understand. I support it. Anger is good. Harness it.
Let me stab him here. Merc, I need you to bring that sort of intensity if we're going to go after this guy. You can't be half-assed and 1 foot, 1 out. I want all of that. All of it with us.
God,
As
I
soon
love
as-
when you're intense like that.
As soon as I'm off this damn operating table, we're in. We're doing
Hurry it up.
He looks over. Oh, they're rebuilding my legs right now, so I don't know.
Just act.
Oh my god. I forgot. He's just being rebuilt while he's solid. He just. Do. No big deal.
I'm now imagining lecturing and putting my finger in the face of somebody that's on a hospital bed. You bring the intensity.
Completely in a coma on life support.
You wake up.
Smash cut to the doctor's like, why is his adrenaline spiking? Stop it! What is happening?
His blood pressure is going high.
How is his leg twitching? The tendons are severed. What is going on? So yeah, Estrella is like, I don't know the right approach. Like, this is not my forte. This is not my skill set. We see a problem and like we stop it, but a lot of times the problem is started. But this problem's way too damn big. It's already started. I don't know. I can't run in and kick their asses and have it be done. So,
But you're Estrella del Norte. You gotta have some ideas as to who the easier target or first target should be.
Yeah.
you're right.
Or have your reputation grown beyond your capacity?
Sir, how dare you?
I mean, a lot of what I do is make sure people are scared.
No, that's fair, yeah. No, that's smart.
Yeah.
Is there a cat around here?
Mercury looks around. What? Why there's cat?
That is definitely a cat in the corner somewhere.
Huh?
It is, yes. I saw it while we were working on that rob over there. It literally got in the tools and then like made a burrow in the tools.
How weird.
And cute.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I've been out of touch for a little bit. I'll check in with the crew.
Umbra was not having it though, but she was not having Umbra either. So, it was a standoff. It's usual cat bullshit.
Ah, I gotcha. Yeah. So Estrella thinks for a bit. I mean, Steel is the most well protected, the most well built. He's got the largest organization individually outside of these three, and then whatever support he's getting from UW, whatever support he's buying from other people, that's just reinforcing where he is. He's the leader of this whole endeavor. So cut off the head of the snake, maybe, but he's also the most protected, the most well encroached. That's not a word. I don't know.
Or chop the snake's legs out from under. Wait, snakes don't have.
Snakes don't have. I mean, in the scar though, anything can happen. So snakes probably have legs in the scar.
They had They had legs before we got a hold of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just make sure if we see any snakes, we step on them.
Definitely. So that's one thing. He tends to operate out of a little bit of luxury. He likes a home base that has, some creature comforts, but he moves around a lot. He's got those big ass ugly monster trucks that he rides around in all the time. So he likes to spend his money on good things and nice things. He likes being in Vegas a lot, so that could be something. Kaiser has a smaller crew compared to Steel, but he is in such constant motion, and he being in the air, that really does give him an advantage. He can take on some advantages that other people don't have tactically. He's got access to a lot of intel that other people don't, because he's just got a better vantage point. He's got better satellite access, better scans and comms and that kind of thing. Grave is, I don't know what he does. She kind of chuckled a little bit. He's always bouncing around and popping up in weird places. I kind of think he has a bunch of small teams that just go out and do stuff in his name sometimes, kind of franchises almost, because he's operating all around that part of the country. I don't think he has a main modus operandi other than just being creepy and taking advantage of people. But he's also got a big reputation. He's got a real big reputation. So I don't know.
Here's a question for you. You said that Steel was not being propped up, but supported by these others in the top 3 here.
Yeah.
Do you have information on exactly how Kaiser and Grave Mortis are providing assistance to Steel? Do they provide him weapons, troops, information? How do they solve? Do you know? And maybe if we know how each one is helping Steel, we can figure out which is strategically the best to take out.
I can't answer that question right now. I don't know that. So maybe that's the first thing we do. Maybe we start trying to figure out really how they're networking together. We have just seen the evidence of them working together, supporting each other on various jobs. We've seen we've I can't think of the word I was just about to say. My brain stopped working. We've obtained communication between all of them, working together and deciding things and sharing resources and leads and that kind of thing. But I don't know exactly what they are doing. I don't know if they, have dinner and have a meeting and figure out what's going on. So that might be somewhere to start. They all tend to move around a lot. It's not like they have a base like Mercury does here that we could try to infiltrate. They're almost always on the move.
Drall, do you think we could possibly count on your boy toy and your other resources to maybe start getting some of that information moving?
Absolutely. I'll message him right now. And she's gonna pull out her glow and just get right down to business. Give all the information she can to PB regarding what she knows is moving about.
Did you just take a selfie? You're supposed to be writing for information. Why are you taking a...
It takes 2 seconds to be cordial and kind, and I just the proof of life.
Sending a picture of yourself is being cordial and kind?
It is when it is your loved one, yes.
Yeah.
You want a picture of me?
Yeah,
That's you,
exactly.
Well,
You don't have a picture of Goff, really?
No, of course I have. How did this become a about me?
I'm just wondering. How did you get those pictures? They had to take them, didn't they? Anyway,
none
and
of
she's
your
gonna
business.
she's just gonna glance right back down and roll her eyes at you.
So you are sending this stuff off to PB. He sends a picture back. He is in his little office that you visited a couple times, brought him lunch and all that kind of stuff. He is kind of reclining in his office chair. His feet are kicked up on his desk, and so he's doing like one of these like behind him trying to hold a selfie kind of thing. And he's got like a couple cups of coffee and half a pizza on his desk, and you see some of the work that he's been doing. He's like, yeah, we've been pretty busy over here. He sends, but we're doing okay. Solace is fine. I can start looking into this stuff. What do you want me to find? Just anything I can, or something specific?
She's first going to respond, oh my god, I'm so glad that you're eating something and that things are going well, it seems. I'm glad Solace is okay. Happy face, happy face, happy face. And then she's going to say, I need any information that's going to be helpful in us figuring out how to fortify, plan logistically, how to exit DJ territory or fortify it. Like, we are completely and totally surrounded on all sides by these particular individuals, and we need to know how to keep the balance of power in check.
And we need to know what they're doing for Winston Steele. Like, Mox just pokes his head into the video. Hey, it's Mox. It's me, Mox. We also need Paperboy, can you hear me? We need information.
No, you don't have to. He can hear you. He can hear you. Just
all right. And just conveys like the information about the top three, trying to figure out how they're supporting each other, whatever.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
I mean, it would be good. Can we just find out what this Mortis guy is? It sounds like we just want to kill him first. I'm all for this, by the way. If we're just going to start getting a hit list, I'm all game for it.
Oh,
Mercury
yeah.
pipes up. I love that idea. That's the best goddamn idea. Let's go. Let's go.
yeah.
Who do you want to send out? Let's do it.
Oh, we get the backup? You're not coming. You don't have legs.
I like Mercury when he's on the painkillers.
PB, alternatively, we are looking for a power ranking order of how to assassinate each one of these individuals. So if you'd like to compile that for us, would also be super helpful, babe. Thanks.
I don't know if the word assassinate and babe have ever been in the same sentence before.
Welcome.
His eyes get a little bit big. He's like, okay, yeah.
Obviously kidding, or maybe not kidding.
Maybe not kidding. Yeah.
If you're bored.
Mr. President,
sure.
there was a second shooter.
All right. Yeah, we can start, running some stuff through the algorithms, making some theories, running some, yeah, we'll figure it out. Yep.
Just whatever you can find on this Mortis guy. We should just go kill him first. He's the easiest one. He's the easiest to pick off, right? We don't have to fly to get to him. We don't have to go to Las Vegas to get him. We just go and we find him, right?
He'd be a good way to, test out the new RAV.
Counterpoint. Excuse me. Can I see that? Takes the remote that had been controlling the images in the display and just flips back to the picture of the Sky Pirate. Alternatively, and just gestures.
Do you want to is this like in Super Mario Brothers 3 where we're going to go onto the ship that is flying and then we go through and then we kill one of Bowser's kids and shit like that and then we take over the ship?
I'm not really sure, but I think maybe there is room for productive conversation with this gentleman. He looks reasonable.
What if we kill everybody around him?
I'm all right with that.
Okay. So are we literally just at an impasse? Let's roll. Anybody got to die?
Let's kill the one. Okay.
There's a long pause, and PB's like, I'm gonna get to.
Sorry.
I'm gonna get to work. Y'all, okay.
Okay. Be careful. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
1 to 2, we go after Steel. 3 to 4, we go after Sky Pirate that Mox wants to fuck. 5 to 6, we go after the Mortis guy. Okay, we go to Rolly now.
3 to 4. Come on, 3 to 4.
It was a 5.
Fuck. Inspiration.
What's 5? Is that Morty?
That's Morty. Yes, it's Morty. Morty. I like that. We call him Morty.
Hey, yeah. Okay, battle plan. Whenever we get there, if we have to talk to him, you call him Morty.
I like
guy
that
takes
idea.
himself that serious, he's gonna get pissed off. He's gonna lose all. He's gonna get knocked out like Jose Aldo.
I like this.
That's a 100-year-old reference. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Okay, so Estrella has been kind of just sitting back, letting y'all cook, watching what you're doing. Okay. Yeah, we can start there. Again, like, cool. Do we want to gather some? Well, you she gestures over to Drall. So yeah, that guy you were talking to, he's able to maybe get us some more intel or kind of point us in the right direction, that kind of thing. Okay.
I mean, we kind of know our way around the black site, from what I've heard.
Was I don't...
No, never mind. I didn't say that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, do we just want to wait for that kind of stuff? Do we want to make some plans? Like, what do we want to do?
Isn't it kind of drive? Like, table talk here. Isn't it kind of a drive to be getting closer down there? So we...
Oh, yeah. That'd be like a good 8-9 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a few days. We could even swing by Phoenix Megaplex, and that's where all of them converge, and maybe we get lucky. Just saying.
That's the thing.
Just gonna...
Want to fight them all?
I mean...
I can shoot from 3 miles away now, so yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Me too.
Freaking insane. All right. How do I do that? I want to do that.
Get good, noob.
Get a running start.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing. Grenade?
Grenade is always an option.
Peaceful
Fantastic.
Molotov.
Especially with a question mark. Grenade?
Grenade. Hi, hold this for me.
Okay, but
Yeah, so... yeah. Do we want to fight them all? Is a good question. Yeah. Do you think that's the best course of action, is to eliminate any thing that would stir the pot?
Well, you stir the pot close enough to the Metroplex, and then the Metroplex has to deal with it.
Well, we
Not
know
us.
that. Yeah, I mean, but... yeah, true. Well...
We could frame them in the middle of it, too. I'm assuming that they're there. They may not even be there. I'm just,
Maybe just with a shot.
We could kick that hornet's nest and get whoever is there, though.
It is possible.
And or if they are not there, we could try to see if they have any calling cards and lead them to them.
If they all go to Phoenix, and she's looking at the map and everything like that for it, there has to be a buyer somewhere. There has to be somebody who they are getting weapons from, or supplies, or bringing things to them. There has to be something there. Otherwise, why would they pop around? I mean, some of them go to the Denver one, some of them go to the Salt Lake City stuff, but like, most of them, they all converge in one place, which means there has to be something there that they all need, or all want, or someone who could be pulling the strings, giving them orders, or anything along those lines. Or maybe there's just a really good black market there. I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense why all of them converge onto one city that's on the border of America.
It is an interesting question. What would motivate So much movement.
Gun show.
That does happen. That does happen.
Oh yeah. Convention.
Is that a thing anymore?
SakuraCon, yes.
Oh wow! I've been lost a while.
Any of you who have experience from the plexus, give me a check for, could be politics, could be underworld, corporate knowledge, corporate experience, discussing the Phoenix Plex here.
Oh, I'll use Underworld. Mm-hmm. We get nat 20. Or dirty 20. Sorry, dirty 20.
Still good.
Okay.
I rolled a 15 for a 13.
Okay.
Also a 13 for dog.
Oh, twinsies.
19 underworld. Draw.
Very nice. Okay. Common knowledge, Phoenix is a manufacturing hub, tending to focus on computer parts, delicate tech, processors, circuitry, that kind of thing. The stuff there is shipped worldwide to other corps, other manufacturing plants. It is not the biggest metroplex in the country, but it is densely populated. Pretty much everybody is working within the corporate structure on something related to manufacturing. They're, like I said, primarily computer tech, circuitry, that kind of thing, but also general manufacturing, parts that are for a variety of vehicles or other technologies that are shipped to other plexes and manufacturing plants, that kind of thing. So a lot of stuff is being built, components are being built. You also know, those of you that got the higher scores, you also know that there is a very, very strong black market operating out of Phoenix. The fringe of the Phoenix Plex is one of the nicer fringes, if you can use that word. Yes, it is people living on the outside of that corporate society, but because there is so much money coming in and out of Phoenix, there are so many scrap parts and parts that fell off trucks and extra parts that were made and then not counted in the inventory. Like, this is a huge, huge point of commerce within the city and for those outside the city. There is a lot of criminal activity in the form of like small-time mafia organizations, almost. A lot of it, again, involved with moving these parts and equipment and obtaining them and getting them out of the city or to different parts of the city. There's a lot of protection gigs and rackets for security, extra security for some of these manufacturing plants and some of these like off-the-grid plants and things like that. So it's it is very much a place where things are always getting done. It's not like the highlight of culture like other corps are, and of course all that exists, but it's not focused on that kind of thing. This is a very busy, functional, things are being made, quotas are being met, stuff is being shipped in and out. That means a lot of resources are also coming into the Plex from other parts of the world. So there's a lot of opportunity to redirect some of those shipments as necessary. So really, bottom line, there's just a lot of resources that can be easily obtained for profit.
B, I think it is time for you to learn the city life.
I mean, Solace is a city.
True, but you were a fan of Eve, correct?
I love Eve.
Do you remember what corporation they were working to take down in Angel City?
Wasn't it like Maleficence? Benevolence?
It was benevolent, yes. Yes. Guess where they are located? Their headquarters.
Well, I thought that was in Seattle.
No. It is in Santa Fe.
Does that mean Eve's gonna be there?
Perhaps. We could also, there is room there in Santa Fe, and they ship a lot to the Phoenix Metro. Could make. Just saying, they have big booms in those places too. If you want to, see it for yourself.
Yes. I do. Do I have to have one of those chip thingies to get in?
That's easy. We can get that around.
Okay.
Also,
How-
you're not
how do you-
born. You're not born in the city, so you can just be a visitor.
Oh, okay. Do you, when you see people in suits, do you have to, bow and stuff?
No. I don't think we go too far into the city where there's being suits and things. We stay in the fringes. Drall, love. Drall,
Yes.
how much... Oh, let me just be a little crass. How railed would Paperboy get if you brought him all new equipment?
Oh. Well,
Like, how good of a night, 1 to 10, are we talking about you having?
Sam, we actually haven't had too many. You know what? I think it would be amazing. I think we'd go straight to it. You know what whatever it is, we would go there, and it would be great.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it would be great.
No, shut up, okay? I don't.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I just don't know if. See,
Now
Don't-
Argos is getting into it too.
I
Jeez.
don't.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? We all behind a board.
Hey.
I was just sitting over here in the corner, playing with my soundboard. You can make dog.
I love that Argos has a dog bark on his
I haven't done that in a while. But I just want to be part of the conversation. What's up?
I think it might be good. We can pose trying to find some supplies. We do a little bit of our own on the ground reconnaissance, and maybe we walk away with a few things. Even if we don't run into our targets there, we can still learn something. We can still make some connections.
I think that's always a good idea, especially Argos.
I don't know if I want to go.
You don't have to go, man. I'm
not gonna stay.
I mean, you really do
Can I just
whatever
stay in
you
the car?
want. I think.
I'm gonna stay in the car.
Argos.
Can you?
Nah, maybe I'll come with you. I don't know. I'm feeling real.
Please,
I'm all
go
over the
find
place right now.
Umbra.
Why do I gotta do that?
Well, because you can interface with Umbra's communications.
I never signed up for this.
Go bark at the cat that Umbra's chasing. Please.
I mean, really, who let a cat in here? I mean, this is supposed to be like a clean facility, right?
Are you okay
Like-
with that? I mean,
Do I have a choice?
you
Am I
don't.
free
But I was.
agent?
I just
Like
want to
free
know how you
will?
felt.
Yeah.
I mean,
Am I
you
part of
can-
this team? Do I sit at the table? Can I sit at the table? Can I sit at the table like a people? Can I just jump up here? I mean,
Wait, Argos wants to play poker? I'm all about
roll.
I
this.
want Argos to be people.
I want to be people. I think it would be great. Oh, you want to be people?
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave one of these little drones in here. So I might bark once in a while through that drone. It's not me though.
Okay,
But it might be me. I don't know. I'm gonna leave. Goodbye.
I like going around. Goodbye. But I think that's a really great idea, because I think that especially if we can get in there, and it's not too violent, a base level of entry, the better. So if we don't run into somebody, that's even better, right? Or are we really trying to get in trouble?
I mean, if we could start a little trouble, and you see like a twinkle in her eye, if we could start a little trouble, that would be great. But, if it's perfectly fine, we get in, we get out. But if nothing else, we may get information, and, that only helps Shibori help us find the people we are looking for. And
exactly. Honestly, he deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really hard for him to tap into everything without some boots on the ground, right? I just,
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Gosh, I have so much to talk. Your brain, and she just holds her hands up, not to you, but just in general, is amazing.
Oh.
Feisty. But yeah, cool. I think that's a great idea. So are we waiting for info? Or are we just like throwing on it?
Well, I think how about we take our time and we go leisurely over to Phoenix, give PB some time to do his magic. We can talk on the way.
Yes.
And then
more proof of life, Mox.
Right. Proof of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has PB ever been to a city? Are we going to be sending him pictures all the time, being like, you're not going to believe this shit?
I'm sure he's been to many cities virtually through cameras and angles, but I don't know. I mean, actually, I don't know a whole lot.
Have you been to a city?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was really, really little.
Okay, just check.
Luckily,
yeah.
I got it.
We should get some equipment and stuff too, right, before we leave?
Yes.
I know I need more armor.
That is probably a good idea. Yes, you should probably put on armor, more armor than what you just got like this. You like football pads. Your waisticles is all showing.
I thought it looked cool. It's covering the spot that I got shot last time.
It is a wonderful thing, baby doll. But the whole torso thing also hurts getting shot in the tummy. Just personal experience. I just,
Okay.
Yes. You know what? I help you make armor. I help you make armor. It's fine. It's fine.
It's a trade-off. I helped you make your armor. Now you can help me make mine.
If we have a moment, I would like to take Estrella over to the Rav in the other room kind of thing, just by herself.
Sure.
Okay.
So we can say that this conversation goes on for a little bit, planning, tossing ideas around, spitballing, brainstorming what's going on. It was, I'm going to say probably around like 9 or 10 when this meeting started. And probably this continues until lunch or a little bit later, just talking, chit-chatting, figuring things out all day. At any point during this, you can pull her aside and have that private conversation, go down to the shop, wherever you stashed it. So, yeah, we can have that scene.
So, when they get down there and all like that, the Rav is sort of posed in a way where both of the hands are kind of out. One is sort of holding the hand up and palm out, and the other one is just sort of holding the hand up with like pointed kind of pieces like this. And she walks over to it, and she just kind of looks back at Estrella and goes and just takes her hands in her hands, and as that happens, a rosary kind of slips out from around it and things. And she just kind of looks at her and she's like, bless this, please. Bless Nuestra Señora de la Santa Muerte. May she be your instrument in justice. And then love. And then protection. Our Holy Lady of Death is at your service, madame. And she bows her head as to pray.
I think there is a little bit of a beat there where Estrella is taken back, being very surprised by these turn of events. She is well aware that many people, based on her lore and legend and the mythologies and tall tales that have been built around her, many people revere her spiritually and religiously, but it doesn't always, it's not always immediately in her space like this. And there's a moment where she almost kind of wants to stop and contradict what's going on, but she accepts it and she cooperates. I don't want to say plays along like she's like just letting you do your thing, but she's participating with you, even though she doesn't share the same mindset and ideology that you do. She understands the importance of this type of focus and thought process. So she's not negating or scoffing at you or mocking you.
The symbolism resonates with her, though, considering
absolutely
her name and everything. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of that being a very careful choice she has made over the years to create this larger-than-life persona that is as much a weapon as any that she carries and uses. So she understands exactly why this is happening. But like I said, it's not always someone doing this. This isn't a common occurrence, but she's not upset by it.
It's as much to smooth things over with her in some ways as well.
Yeah. I think as that wraps up, she is kind of taking a minute, like trying to process it and what that really means. Like she doesn't want to just like make a joke or make small talk because it's kind of like a heavy moment. And she doesn't want to take away from the weight and the gravity of that. So you wrap up. She kind of nods and puts her hand on your shoulder and like makes that move to make a really awkward half hug kind of thing, and then leans in for a full hug, but then kind of bumps your arm a little bit. It's like just not quite smooth and suave, but trying to be kind about it, you know?
The hug of a person who doesn't often hug people.
Yeah. And then she is like, okay. So yeah, what kind of weapons you got on this puppy? Like, what's happening? What can she do?
She throws open the red piece of it and kind of makes her kind of walk around and then points to what's on her back, and she's like, that. And you just see like a giant smile on her face.
Yeah, she does that thing where like her eyes get big and she puffs her cheeks out a little bit. Yeah, that'll be nice. Whew. All right, well,
we will do good work with this. We will
definitely. And you made it here, right? You built it in the facility. It's gonna work right. I'll tell you that much. Whew.
It's borrowing a lot, but we made it work.
I'll give Mercury some shit all day long, but he makes good tech.
Yeah, he's earned it. It's funny to see him riled up like that.
Yeah, That guy's been through hell.
I can
But-
imagine. We all have. That's why we fight.
Yeah, and he really is doing good work. You know, I don't like saying it to his face, it inflates his ego too much, but he really is helping the little guy. You know,
And that's all
So
we
much
can
of-
ever try to do.
so
Help
much
those
of
who
what they
cannot help themselves.
yeah, so much of what they do here just gets shipped straight out to Nowheresville, bumsfuck nowhere. Food, supplies, tech to do some terraforming on a minor scale and regrow. He's been able to reverse a lot of the negative effects of the scar on a very small scale, just to the point where, water's drinkable, they can grow food. It's pretty cool. I run around with my crew and shoot some people, but he's really making a change out here.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Yeah, okay.
Consider me an instrument of the vengeance we need to bring to people who have harmed others. But if anything is to happen to me in this line of work, for lack of a better term, there is a young one. He's in solace. He'll be fine. Just keep an eye out for me.
She nods. Yeah. You said he's in solace now?
Yes.
Okay, well, they'll keep him out of harm's way. That's a pretty safe spot.
He's already having to grow up without a father. And I don't want him to have to
Yeah.
go through the rest of it if he doesn't have to.
Yeah, I'll do what I can. Absolutely, but let's try not to let that happen, right?
This is dangerous work, protecting people. It's noble work, it's holy work, but sometimes things happen.
Yeah. I've had to bury a lot of friends over the years. I know.
As have I.
And she puts her arm over your shoulders, like that friend gesture of draping your arm over your shoulders. You walk out of the room and get back to work. So all of you, as you are thinking and planning and figuring things out, Phoenix is, depending on the route you take, 4-ish hours south of Solace. And you still don't know exactly where the facility is in DJ territory, but you're at least 2 or 3 hours north of Solace, give or take, right now. It's, let's call it early afternoon. So if you want to gear up, get some stuff, make the full drive, make the half drive, check in on Solace, you got options. So beyond this, not going into the specifics of what we want to do in Phoenix, but what's the immediate right now? Do we want to head out and hit the road? Do we want to stop in Solace? What's the plan in the broad scopes?
Little man doesn't know that we're going anywhere.
Yeah.
We should probably check in with him. And also get armed to the teeth.
And Solace
That's
is on
my
the way
vote.
to Phoenix, yeah?
Yeah.
Might as well hit it up first.
Can we hit this all-you-can-eat buffet they've got going on here first?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, do you have to go back with?
Doggy bags?
that was breakfast. Lunch definitely happened at some point in the middle here. I think the now fleet of Butler drones had probably came back and presented little menus, so you could just order whatever you wanted.
The fuck?
I just hand them a canvas sack. Just put stuff in it.
Yeah, so from a gear up mechanical, we're still playing a game standpoint, weapons, armor, tech, pretty much anything you want, Mercury has it.
Okay.
And if he doesn't, he can fabricate it and custom make it. So we don't need to do a shopping montage. That can all be ordered and obtained and packed up for you when you leave, giving you as players time to make those choices without doing it here around the table in this moment. You are able to load up a little bit later, let's call it 4-ish in the afternoon, 4 or 5, load up in the Winnebago and head out of DJ territory. When you hit the road within DJ space, you've got a couple escort vehicles, just almost like for protocol. But within DJ territory, there's absolute safety, no opposition. So this is just, they're escorts. The Winnebago maps show as you are approaching territory, the borderline. You've got that kind of holographic display in the Winnebago's windshield, like you see that red line as you are approaching, like the counting down of the miles as you are getting there. And there's like a little flashing warning as you cross the line. You're driving pretty much straight south right now, headed towards Solace. As you cross territory, exiting DJ space, as you cross the border, exiting DJ territory, the 2 escort vehicles that were with you veer off and stay within the territory, but immediately you are joined, like almost rocketing up from the ground, but they were just behind some rocks and buttes and things like that. You've got an escort of like a dozen heavily armed motorcycle troops. It's like almost like a 2-seater with a lot of weapons and tech strapped to the sides, and they are moving in a tight formation around you. You are also able to see that there are some aerial drones escorting you. So you feel very well protected at this point. And while you do pass vehicles along the road that you're taking, there's no threat here. They're very typical. You see some big semis. You see some smaller trucks, farmers, merchants moving things back and forth, people actually traveling from one place to another. Just average, typical day-to-day stuff, people driving around out here getting work done. At some point you even see like a person and a wagon with some patched up cyber horses, again, typical very Wild West frontier life, getting stuff done. You drive past a couple little tiny towns, 3 houses and a well and a farm field. You're just kind of driving through Americana almost, and you are able to get back to Solace. Let's say it is 6:37-ish by the time you pull in and arrive. The sun is setting, Solace is lighting up. It's a very comforting, welcoming sight as you return to Solace. The collective release of stress and anxiety of what you've been talking about and handling is palpable as you first see that little aura of light on the horizon as you know you're nearing Solace, and then its warmth washes over you, and you see the settlement, you see the buildings, you see the canyon that is so comforting and safe and inviting. It's very much a respite from everything that is going on. And even though the weight of what is happening is pressing on your minds, there is very much a sense of this is home. And we have the resources and the time to rest and make a good plan. You are able to park the Winnebago where you normally park it, up on the canyon ridge. Bill's there. Bill's kicked out on his lawn chair. He's got his feet up on a red cooler. He's got a little charcoal grill, and he's got like some kebab sticks that he just jammed into the ground to kind of hold up over the grill. And he's kind of kicked back. He's got a beer in one hand. He takes off his ratty ball cap and waves at you as you're coming down the road. And
as we come up to Bill.
What does the Winnebago play a song when it honks?
Absolutely. It just rotates through different.
Oh, it just rotates through. Okay, very good.
We program.
Good. Yeah, so you're able to park, say hi to Bill, chit-chat a little bit, and you're back home. What do you want to do?
We should probably drop a doggy bag off with Bill first.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We can't just leave him hanging like that.
Bill opens up the package you give him, and his eyes light up. Holy shit! What kind of jobs y'all been doing? This is real? Like, he pulls out, like, I'm kind of envisioning it almost like a Hickory Farms basket. It's just like, there's some sausage, some weird cheese, some crackers, bunch of fruit.
Yes. Chocolate.
There's a honey baked ham in there too.
There's a whole fucking ham in here? How big is this box? Jesus. Oh my god. His whole head is inside the box. Oh, how deep does this go? Wow. Y'all hit it rich. Jeez, thank you. You want to hang out? You want to share? You busy? What you want to do? I'm tired. I mean, I've been driving for a couple days, but you know, we can catch up if you want.
What you got for us? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Driving all over. Had a couple deliveries down to Angel City. They offered me one out to Denver. I just didn't want to go that far. Ran a couple over to Phoenix. Just moving stuff back and forth. A lot of tension on the road, you know? It's weird.
Yeah. We learned a little bit about some of that tension. Just things kind of changing, as they change. But if you could try to stay away from Phoenix, that'd probably be for the best, I think.
Kind of cocks his eyebrow a little bit. Something I should know about, or just general?
Probably just general, better not to know, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I just keep the caution, that tension, that's where it's coming from.
I can pick up what you're putting down. All right, I'll be careful.
Cool.
All right, gives you the nod, the wink. All right. Yeah, definitely some weirdos on the road there. That's for sure.
Fuck.
I guess same goes to you. Be safe. Whatever jobs you're doing, whatever you're doing that I don't need to know about. Be careful.
Thanks, man.
But hey, grab a beer. Hang out, or do what you gotta do. Whatever. I'm no one's daddy.
Beer, we grabbing and going, or what are we doing? What are we doing here? Sam, do you have to go check in with your kid?
I was already
My bad,
heading
my bad.
that way, yes.
Oh, fantastic. Awesome. No, done.
It's not that I don't love you. Bill, good to see you again. But I do have a young one I'm going to go check on.
I'm gonna go check on the Farbly. No offense, Bill. I also enjoy you. Drink a beer for me.
Already on it.
No.
Yeah, buddy.
Doc's gonna go get to home and shop and go get some of his house beers, but kind of love the very non-parent question of, don't you have a kid? Don't you go check on your kid or something?
I don't know stuff.
No?
I don't
Hold on, wait, there's a
I
kid.
don't know. Don't you? Yeah, there's a. Yep. You gotta feed it,
Oh, no.
right?
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. Let's start with Sam. Elijah has been hanging out at the little apartment y'all got. He is currently sitting in the living room area. He's got his glow on the table, like the coffee table. He's got a couple screens open. He's watching a couple shows. Tucked behind one of those screens is like a screen with his homework on it, and he put the TV app in front of that one. And he's got a big old bowl of popcorn and some other snacks, and he's just kind of kicked back lounging.
She comes
you walk
through and
home.
like scratches his head and like messes up his hair and everything like that as she starts.
I just got a haircut today.
I know. I saw it hit on our account. So, look, you've got a math test on Friday. I want you studying a lot between here and there.
It's right there. It's right there.
But you have 2 things of SpongeBob up. How are you watching 2 episodes of SpongeBob at the same time? I don't understand. And it's all the same. It all sounds the same.
They're very different. They're from different seasons. Very different storylines.
How do you keep up with 2 storylines at one time?
How do you not? It's so simple.
It's no. I'm going to take a shower.
You plug your brain into a robot.
That's
and you're
different.
yelling at
I
me
am
for
killing
watching
things.
a
It's
cartoon?
fantastic. No, I'm just saying, watch one at a time. Just one at a time. I don't care about the what it is on that, but just one at a. I'm just saying I don't understand. That's all. I don't understand how you do.
a giant robot, but we're fine.
You know, one day when you grow up, I'll let you pilot a giant robot if you want to.
I don't want a thing in my head for piloting a giant robot. Please and thank you.
That is your choice. I'm not making you. This is not the family business. I'm not making you do that. I'm just saying, if you want to, over a certain age, I'll let you try it once or twice. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that bad, actually. And you can actually put SpongeBob up on the inside and listen to it while you are, piloting a robot. It is possible. And some robots you could just, project it out of speakers. I heard of one that your father used to use, that he had a boombox built into it, and he would just, I don't know, play fart sounds out of it or something like that. But it was usable, at least.
No, that's weird. That's weird. I have been building a lot of drones though at school and after school, and I think it's really cool that you can just pilot those or put programs in them to do stuff for you, and like you don't have to be, you can be kind of out of danger,
Yes.
and you can use them to do stuff so people don't have to go into dangerous situations and.
Why do you think I pilot one in the first place? I'm not in the fight. I'm 5 miles away if I need to be.
Yeah, but there's that feedback. Like, there's always like that risk of something happening. Like with this, you're just starting a program. No one's gonna get hurt.
Yes, but you have to understand. There's more delicate situations that you need people there with fingers, phalanges. You know, the
I
drones can't just program everything. You know,
I can build that. I can program that. I can do that.
I want to see it.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Good. Use B's workshop if you need to as well. I feel sure she won't mind.
Well, I've got like the school workshop right now.
Yeah, but then you got one at home
there's-
too if you want to. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, I want to take a break. Like that's why I'm watching SpongeBob. I needed a minute. I've been doing a lot.
Fine. So I have to, and I am going to go on a job to get us a little more stuff and everything like that. So I'm going to be gone for a couple of days. But I'll bring you something fun. I'm going back to a Metroplex where they got a lot of fun stuff. But I'm going to steal some stuff. It's going to be great. I'll bring stuff for your drone. How about that?
Okay. I don't want anything to happen.
It'll be fine. This is totally a reconnaissance mission anyways. I'm just going to gather stuff, and if I happen to, snake a couple circuit boards or whatever like that, I bring it back for you.
I mean, you got all those other people with you, right? They're gonna.
Yeah, I'm not going by myself. That'd be stupid.
Okay. I just haven't been sleeping well, and I was worried. I just want everything to be okay.
It will be. We're doing fine. We'll be fine. This is a much better place than we had in Intercity. Come on, you have to admit it's nice. It's rustic in the daytime, and then it's like Party City at night. It's kind of nice,
It is pretty cool at night. I do like it. And I can go out without being worried about what part of the city I'm in, and
it's very like Turkish Istanbul at night. It's very very cool.
I've never been there. I have no point of reference for that.
Just get in one of the VR simulations. Go take a look at it. It's fantastic. Let me tell you.
Okay, maybe after SpongeBob.
Okay, fine. I am going to go take a shower for real though. For real.
Okay, good. Good, go away. I gotta get back to this
Go
episode.
away? That's how you talk to your mother? You say go away?
You stink!
God, I love you too. Jesus Christ.
I do too. Go away.
She walks off.
B, is there anything you specifically want to do at the Barfly, or just kind of check in and talk to people? Anything you want to do at home in your workshop?
Yeah, well, I think first B's gonna go to Birdie's office.
Okay.
To just kind of unwind.
Sure.
Sit at the desk, look through the files.
Yeah, when you get to the Barfly, it's hopping, it's busy, and that's very natural for you. Coming home to Solace after all of this felt good. Walking in to the Barfly when it is a raucous, crazy night is even better. That's home. That's where you grew up. So this is maybe B's little safe spot right now. So it feels good. The bartenders are serving food, slinging drinks. The servers are navigating through the crowds, stopping some fights, starting some other fights. A couple different jukeboxes are playing a couple different songs. There's some big screens playing some movies, some news, some content feeds coming from the plexes. Some stuff playing from the other side of the globe, just constant information, but from an entertainment standpoint, it's not in a plex where it's inundated from the corpse. It's just stuff that's happening in the background. You're able to, say hi to a couple people that steal some fries from someone's plate, take a swig of beer from someone when they're not looking, trot up the stairs, get into Ferdy's office. It is still tough to walk in there, but you've been very quickly learning so much about the larger world right now over these past couple days and weeks. It's not intimidating. It's just how do I handle it kind of thing.
Right.
And it does feel really good to sit at the desk and feel a little more confident in understanding some of the stuff that you've understood there or learned there.
Right, and it probably also gives some more background information to things that I had learned previously as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is one of the reasons why B has gone to the desk first. After drinking approximately a pitcher of beer and having a meal, B's gonna go back home and build a bit of a kit for Elijah.
Okay.
And like write a note like, if you do want to use the workshop, make sure you press this button, don't press that button. If this happens, go kick that panel and flip this switch. The refrigerator might stop working, here's the parts to fix it, stuff like that. And then tidying up and curling up with Umbra.
I feel like some of those instructions you put on post-it notes and just put all around the workshop, like not here, and then underneath the panel, I told you not to open this one, like that kind of thing.
Little doodles,
yeah. Marching doodles. Okay. Dog, Mox, anything you want to do here in Solace other than just head home? Anything you want to work on? Anything you want to plan or think about or talk about?
Well, anytime they go home, Dog recognizes how, more and more each time, Dog recognizes how precious the time at home is and the time to relax. Every brush with death or not death, whatever, risk. So, big plans coming up. So Dog's gonna just plunk down in that nice old recliner and just kind of lean back and spread eagle. With at least one beer, maybe double fist, and just, enjoy.
And honestly, I think Mox kind of does the same. Turns on some music, snags as many packs of cigarettes as he can possibly get for the upcoming trip. But breaks one open as soon as getting back home, slides in right next to Dog, and just Dog with a beer, Mox with a cigarette, just being calm and home and safe for a second.
And Drall, did you head to the apartment? Did you go somewhere else? Did you visit PB?
I definitely would have gotten info on where PB currently was. And if he was at work, I'd bring him dinner. And if he wasn't, I'd offer him to come to the apartment, cook him dinner, and then I'd just like to ask him some questions, get to know him. Things like, have you ever been to a Metroplex? And did you ever have a pet growing up?
What street did you grow up on?
Yeah. What were the last 4 digits of your phone number?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, wait a minute.
What was your pet's name? What was the first color of your first car?
No!
Name.
None of those very important security questions. I just want to get to know him in terms of like how he grew up, because I just know him from how we know each other from work. It's a little deeper than
So PB is in the office.
Yeah.
It is, imagine that scene where you walk into an office building and most of the lights are off except 1 or 2 offices. And he is in one of those offices. He is busy. He's not stressed out. He's not frantically working, but he is steadily engaged with what he is doing. That being said, when you come in, he stops working. And he's very excited to see you. He puts his glow down. He has that thing where like he jumps up really fast and kind of knocks something over on his desk, and he like walks over to you quickly, like he's about to like hug you, but then he like stops short a little bit and he doesn't know, and he kind of puts his hands in his pockets, and then he's like,
and now I have to awkwardly hug him while his hands are in his pockets. Ugh. God.
oh, hey. And he's trying to his arms are pinned, and he's like T-Rex arming, trying to get his arms out. And it's struggling. It's uncomfortable, but it's nice.
Great. Everything's fine. It's normal.
So the two of you can sit down and chit chat, and he tells you a little bit about how once upon a time he did live in a plex. And he doesn't have a lot of memories of it because he was really, really young, and he feels like his family moved around a lot within the plex, and he never really like settled down anywhere. But then it just they stopped living there, and he's not 100% sure why. Like, he doesn't really remember the series of events that led to them no longer living in a metroplex. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I was super young, like really young. I don't know if I like just don't remember, or I was hurt, or it was like a traumatic experience, but like I just super don't know exactly. But yeah, we left, and I remember having a birthday party here in Solace. I think I was like 8 or 9.
Is your family like around? Like they're around Solace?
No.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's fine. But yeah,
I don't have anybody either, so.
Hey.
I mean, hey, hey, I got you, and she kind of like awkwardly like, oh, it's you, and blushes a little bit. And my friends, of course.
Yeah, and work. Work.
Oh yeah, work definitely needs you for sure.
Yeah, with everyone being gone and everything changing and so much stuff going on, and man, Ferdy being gone really kind of messed stuff up. They taught me so much, and now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I feel like they were there at my birthday party.
Ferdy?
I mean, I know we worked together all the time, and I know they taught me a bunch of stuff, but I'm kind of picturing that, which is weird, but like maybe it was just at their bar. I don't know.
Interesting. I mean, I know the bar has been like forever. Like an icon of Solace, like just a hub where everybody. But
maybe it was the only place open when they needed to have the party. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, with how connected Ferdy it was, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Interesting though. Yeah, I didn't know that. I grew up in a plex at one point.
Oh,
not a great time. Not a huge fan.
It's definitely bad times. Definitely bad times.
Yeah. Yeah. But my aunt got me out.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Did you have that thing where you all had to wear like the same tracksuits and stuff?
Ew. No. That happened to you? I wasn't there long.
Oh, I thought that was just like normal for all the plexes. Like I'm remembering that. You know how you get like kind of weird flashes of memory sometimes when someone says something, or like you smell something, or.
Yeah, I just remember being inside a lot. I never really. It was weird. Yeah. So that's probably what happened. I didn't really ever get to 4 walls.
Yeah. We had to do a lot of stuff in like sitting alone and thinking about stuff,
which is awful.
Yeah, I didn't like
not
that.
not a great time. I mean, I was really, really like I said, I was like really, really young, so I didn't get to that point. How old are you? You said 9, birthday 9.
I feel like 8 or 9. I was here.
Dang, yeah.
So it must have been younger than that when we were wherever we were.
So you really got out. When you say you got out, you like really got out.
Yeah.
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 Well, I'm glad.
Did you have to do that stuff with like standing at like the edge of things and dealing with like the unfathomable emptiness of reality and like staring over at the edge of a building? Like right
Like they
like,
made
and you had
do
to
that?
lean forward a little bit, and they were holding the back of like your shirt.
Oh my god!
Was that a
Why
thing?
would they do that?
That's not normal. Like that's not a.
I mean, like I said, I don't know what the normal experience is. Super, super young, super, super protected.
Huh.
But like,
Okay.
I'm sorry, and I've definitely heard stories like that, seen blogs, seen all kinds of stuff that they've redacted, things that people have said about their experiences, and honestly, PB, it probably did happen. They like to keep you afraid. That's their whole game. You're just a kid, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Speaking of plexes, I don't go to Phoenix. Do you need anything?
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, we're just gonna. I just thought. I mean,
What? Like you're
So-
going on a grocery run? Like what are you talking
yeah, like
about?
basically like a grocery run. We're doing a grocery run of death. So basically,
What?
listen, you know how I told you about that? She's now facing you and she's super excited. You know how I was talking to you hypothetically about putting that list together about who we should kill first? We were just thinking, okay, well, we just have to go that way anyway. So why not just stop by, do a little shopping, get a little intel, see who's fucking up what, you know? So just a quick in and out. Just a quick in and out. I'm terrified, but it's a quick in and out. Sam seems to know what she's talking about. Quick in and out. Do you need anything? Do you want anything? I'm gonna bring you stuff anyway. Just, did you want like a keychain with your name on it?
I mean, I kind of want you not to go.
But you want to go?
No, I want you not to go.
Oh, I was gonna say no. You do not.
Oh.
I can go. I can go. I'll be all right. I know how to use grenades now. So, and definitely Sam. Terrifying. Like, no one is gonna cross that woman. Like, no one. Not even Mox. So, like, and that guy's the biggest shit disturber we have. Love him to death. But
I mean, nothing we do is safe, so I get it.
Ever. We have. We have to. What if we can't let innocent people get hurt, man? Just because these 3 fucks think they own the road. You know, we can't.
Yeah.
And we can't. You know, you get it. You get it. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. And
Yeah,
plus,
it's
we get new stuff.
Yeah, it's just that's why I like being here, because it's safe, and we just have to deal with knowing things. We don't have to do things. Knowing things is fine, and then other people can do things. I just like when the other people that do things aren't people that like matter to me.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying, because I definitely what used to be in your boat, you know, just the getting information, and now I'm part of the doing things group, and that's kind of, it feels kind of cool, but yeah, I never really had anybody that I really cared about like leaving or like bringing back a monogrammed keychain for or anything. So
I think keychains are cool. So yeah, that would be fine.
okay.
Okay.
Do you need to work? Do you need to like actually be working, or do you get to like leave this room? And she's gonna flail her hands around.
I mean, I have been here all day, and it's super late at night.
You're
so-
keeping the lights on, man. The bill's got to be huge. Come on. We can walk together.
Okay, yeah. I would like that. Let's go.
Okay.
And I think as the two of you walk out, the lights click off behind you, and you're walking down the hallway. The warmth of that vibrant neon life of Solace is ahead of you, kind of like the glow through the door. There's no other lights in the hallway, and you're both walking down, and you're like side by side, and he does that thing where he like kind of bumps into your shoulder with his shoulder, and kind of leans away a little bit, and
She will interlace her arm with the arm I assume has a hand in one of his pockets.
definitely.
Yeah.
And there's this very nice visual of like the two of you kind of almost silhouetted in the hallway, with the darkness, not like pitch black, but like the darkened office in the background, the computers, the terminals, the glows, the hollow displays, the like representation of all the work that is being done in Solace, gathering the knowledge, combing the knowledge, organizing, protecting, with the light of society and humanity and freedom outside of the plexes. Kind of that glow in front of you, casting your two shadows backwards, really representing how you are trying to move towards that good life, but still being anchored in the work that has to be done to allow that life to happen. And that picture perfect representation of what we are doing here is just the right spot to end episode 7. Thank you all for in the chat for being here. Thank you for playing. Thank you for joining with us. Thank you, future audiences on the YouTubes and the podcasts. It is time for So Longs. Let's hear from our lovely class about who they are, what they're doing, where they can be found on this vast internet of ours, starting with Mallo.
You can find me everywhere at the Mallo Man. Now is soon to be the time that we'll start talking about Emerald City Comic Con. It is coming up in just over a month. So
Holy
very
moly.
excited for that. But you can also follow and find out what I do in my day-to-day stuff as a creative studio. So check me out there. I love you. I know shit's going to be hard soon, if not already. Stay vigilant. Help out your community. We will get through this. Mwah.
Wild.
Hey, you can find me at the library and following Mallo around. And probably also, well, actually, very most likely Emerald City Comic Con, unless Mallo tells me never to go. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. You'll see her at the booth at Emerald City Comic Con with me. We're gonna be chilling
Me?
together.
Yeah, Wildling011. I mean, I don't really post on socials anymore. I'm just mostly information gathering. Just protect your mentals. Don't let people gaslight you. When somebody does Nazi things, that means they're a fucking Nazi.
It definitely happened. It definitely happened.
Legitimately.
And if you continue to support somebody who does Nazi things, that makes you also a Nazi. So just throwing that out there. You should probably go and read some stories about the people who were affected by the Holocaust. Not just the war stuff, whatever on that part, the actual people. Go and read some of that stuff. I think it's very important. I love you. Drink water. Mwah.
It's always a good day to punch a Nazi.
Always.
Pete.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. It is always a good day to punch a Nazi. You can find me everywhere ranting about Nazis and dressing them down. My creative ventures on every platform at the Mallo Man and at Thousand Faces Cosplay and the Buff DM. And 95% I'm everywhere.
You've got
Lots of
such a
handles.
wide reach, Pete. I don't know how you
know.
handle it.
He's got a wide range. He really does.
Your net is
I'm-
like, woo.
I'm a branding master. What can I say? I have a lot of time at work.
So impressed.
So, yeah.
Lauren.
I'm everywhere and nowhere, figment of your imagination, a hallucination you have created for yourself to escape this hellscape that is 1984, a banned book about our current reality. Anyway, I'm on the internet. It's Thousand Faces Cosplay and 95% Lauren. But mostly I'm just being mouthy and constipated at my own house, trying to protect my mental health. So let's just really lean into that, I think. You don't have to be accessible to everyone at all hours. You don't have to try to hold up the expectations of anyone else except yourself right now. Focus on healing what you got in you and focusing right on this because we need you. And I'll see you soon.
And bring us home, Ethan.
I can be found on the socials everywhere as the other half of Thousand Faces Cosplay, also the Buff DM. We have our own actual play podcast called Go Buff Yourself. And on the topic of current events, let me just say, if you are feeling that rage, if you are feeling scared or that darkness, whenever you have the spoons and the capacity to do so, channel that by educating yourself. Because one of the best things that you can do, one of the best weapons you have is your mind, and don't forget to sharpen it. So read some books, watch some history, but like Lauren said, when you don't have that energy, don't forget that it is okay to take care of yourself, because we're going to need you out there in like 2 years when it's the midterms. So don't get complacent, but protect yourself, and when you have the wherewithal and the energy, read a book. Take care of yourselves, friends.
If you need a laugh, some of those video shorts you've been making about D&D classes while you're in the gym, very funny.
Glad you
well
like that.
done.
All self-deprecating.
And I am on your socials at the Caleb G. You can find me right here for all things Identico, here and there with Farm to Fable, and taking up a lot of space in the archives of the RPG Academy. Speaking of which, barring the collapse of society, AcadeCon 2025, November 7th to 9th, Dayton, Ohio. More details as they are being developed. That is it for today. We will see you in the cyber future for another cyber game. Good night. We love you. Take your meds, eat a snack, drink your water, touch some grass, take care of yourself, stay safe. Remember that no one is free while others are oppressed, and we will see you next time.
Mwah.
Good night.